know what's really hard? Getting your kids lunch packed. What are you gonna make? You can't have peanut butter and jam because you can't have peanut butter sandwich. So if you're talking about a good sandwich in Fort McMurray, there is one place to go. That's gotta be Mitchell's. Let's talk to Steve Niehaus, one of the owners, about some healthy sandwiches you can make for your kids. All right, I'm here with Steve Niehaus, owner of Mitchell's. What's going on, buddy?
This is it. Day's almost over. We'll take care of you today. Gonna create some new and creative, interesting sandwiches for the school year. I know you've been promoting a lot of the back-to-school sandwich ideas, so we're gonna try to take a classic tuna sandwich. And what I'm gonna do with the tuna today is, instead of your traditional sandwiches, 2 slices of bread, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna cut that bread in half. What that's going to do is that's going to cut down on the carbs, so that helps mom and it helps the kids as well. I know kids aren't so concerned about carbs as much as adults are, but we're going to just do this as a half sandwich today. So what I have for us and what we use at Mitchell's is a white albacore tuna, so a little bit leaner tuna. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put what you would say, 3 to 4 ounces of tuna. So that's good enough protein for the child. They get all the nutrients that they need, but we're going to put on half the amount of bread. And when we make our tuna salad, we use a lot of the juice from the can to moisten it instead of draining it, making it dry, and then throwing in a bunch of mayonnaise. It doesn't make sense. You want it to be moist, so we use the natural juices from the tuna, so it doesn't add a whole bunch of fat to the sandwich. All right?
This is good, yeah.
The way we do it at Mitchell's, fresh green apples, so there's a little bit of fruit in the sandwich as well.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll throw a few of them on there. The other thing that we add to our sandwich is a slice of Swiss cheese, optional again, but it's a healthy alternative from a slice of processed cheese. It's actually a pure slice of Swiss cheese.
All right, Steve, that was a great tuna sandwich. How about something for someone who has a little more sophisticated taste?
Yeah, this one that we created is going to be something that mom and child will like, but I don't know if this is so much geared towards a younger child. Say, I would avoid the child that's from grade 1 to 5 on this, maybe someone a little bit older, maybe appreciate this. Also, there's those eclectic kids that, eating pate at 4 years old. So this one's a little bit off the wall, but it's going to be full of nutrition and a lot of high energy vegetable proteins that are going to help out with the energies that the kids need to get through the day. So,
okay, what are we making?
We're going to make a teriyaki maple salmon, avocado, and artichoke sandwich. So what I'm suggesting for the nutrition side is that we don't need any sauces on this thing. What I've done here is I've taken some salmon pieces, and this could be left over from dinner last night, and this is just a little bit of fried and marinated in a little bit of teriyaki, a little bit of sugar, some garlic, ginger, and then just baked in the oven. So this could be done as a whole, or it could be done as small little pieces like that from dinner last night. So you're going to take that. You can do this with chicken, with tuna, with steak, any of those things. Just add some flavor into the protein, so we don't need all them sauces and stuff like that.
Perfect.
Then we'll take a fresh, ripe avocado.
Oh, you're just cutting right through that.
And again, there's lots of natural fats in an avocado, but kids need that, right? They're going to burn that off at recess. It's not an issue. And then we're going to take a few of marinated artichoke hearts, and these can be purchased at any of the nicer stores. It's not a hard thing to find here in town. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to add any more sauces or anything like that. There's going to be a ton of moisture and flavor right in the salmon. When you bite into the avocado, it's soft enough. It's going to mash itself up inside the mouth. So it's going to complete itself right there.
One of my favorite things to get at Mitchell's is the California chicken wrap. I just absolutely love it. Steve, you see me walk through the door, you know you're making one of those bad boys. Let's get it going right here.
All right, so what we're going to do today, Jerry, because the California chicken wrap is not the healthiest sandwich that we've ever made. There's 3 things on that don't make it so healthy. It's cheese.
Yes.
Not a heap load, but a good enough amount of pesto mayonnaise.
Yeah.
And the one thing that makes everything taste better, and you know what that is.
Bacon, you know it. Oh,
Bacon
yeah.
makes it better. So we're going to avoid those 3 things. Well, we're going to avoid 2 of them completely and cut right down on the amount of pesto mayonnaise. We're going to add the chicken like we do normally. So we have a cooked marinated chicken breast. And again, 4 ounces in there is more than enough for any child. Obviously, if you got a football player kid who's 6'2" and weighs 180 and he's in grade 4, well, good luck to you. But, you might want to double up on his chicken for him or give him 2 of these. So we're going to put the chicken in there as we would normally. Now we're just going to load this thing with a ton of fresh vegetables. So fresh tomatoes,
But are the kids going to be able to eat this? Like, do you know the kids that eat this?
I'm going to show you, Jerry, once we cut this and the way it is to hold in your hand, how fun and cool and easy it's going to be to eat. Sun-dried tomatoes is an option.
Yeah.
What we're going to get out of that is a little bit more flavor, not so, maybe the less.
There are those sprouts again.
See, we got to sneak them in there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you keep sneaking them in there, they'll never know they're in there. It's a good way to hide them in there. So.
Okay.
That's it. That's all we need. Jerry, will you grab me one of those containers that we grabbed before?
I sure will.
So we can do a couple different things, and I won't do the one thing. The obvious is to cut it in half, wrap it up in saran wrap, and go from there.
Yeah.
The other way to do it is let's make a few funky little pinwheels out of this. And this is going to take a little bit more time. You still want to hold it together, and you want to be able to make it presentable, and it may slip and slide and fall apart on you.
Yeah, but that's kind of the fun part of eating.
How cool is this for the kid to go to school like that? And now he gets to take this to school instead of that bland old sandwich that everybody else has.
It's a sandwich sushi.
So, exactly.
Throw some fresh veggies in on the side.
Kids like pickles, let's throw a few pickles in there or whatever, right? This is all just stuff that they can have right there. Carrot sticks you can throw in there. Maybe a little bit of ranch dip, which is not going to hurt them.
This one's going to be fun. This is going to be a snack, recess, dessert, whatever you want to call it. What we're going to do today is we're going to take one of them wraps. We're going to buy our favorite fruity flavored cream cheese. This one happens to be apple cinnamon. And don't be afraid, this is a low-fat version, so we can be a little bit generous with that.
Yes, don't ever be afraid to use cream cheese.
On there, we're going to take whatever fruits we have available. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to slice some apple into there.
I love apples.
And what you want to do, because the wrap goes this way, you want to make sure you lay the things that way. If you do it that way, you're going to rip that wrap later on. Just a little trick there. Got some fresh pear.
A little tougher there, but
Yeah.
And 'tis the season for this stuff. It's
Pears, peaches, plums, they're all coming into season perfectly right now, so it's the time, right?
Yeah,
This pear is a little bit harder, but actually it won't matter so much because by the time lunchtime comes around or snack time comes around, you don't want a mushy thing in that because it's gonna, it could be a little bit nasty. So.
Yeah.
Then the last thing I'm going to add in here today is some sun-dried sun-dried cranberries. Another good thing about the cranberries, great for the urinary tract. So you're actually cleansing your body as you eat those as you go along. So that's going to help in that way as well.
Steve, some excellent choices, and as always, people can always stop down to Mitchell's. You guys are always doing something different and crazy with sandwiches.
Yeah, try to make sure that the specials always feature something a little bit goofy off the wall. So.
Yep. And I want to talk to you too, Steve, because you donated a very unique prize to the Harvest of Hope for the Cancer Society this year, which is where we met last year.
Yep.
What have you donated this year?
Well, this will be year number 5 that we've donated. So what we do every year, and we say this exclusively for the Harvest of Hope, is what we auction off in the live auction section of the night. Is I take myself, my services, to whoever gets the highest bids to that person's house for an entire Saturday. Usually get there at 10 o'clock in the morning. And whoever's interested, I usually make it 8 people, but in the last couple of years it's gone so high that I've increased it to 10 people because I felt guilty that if we could raise that amount of money, I could at least put myself out there for 10 people. So we get 10 people, we bring them into whoever wins the auction, whoever's home it is. I'll go there for the entire day. What we do is we turn into a little mini cooking lesson. So what I'll do is I will talk with the people that have won the thing, and we go over what kind of items they want to see, what they want to learn, what they want to eat. Yeah. And we start from scratch, and we go in there at 10 o'clock in the morning, we do the prep work, we make the stock for the soup, we debone the chicken, we debone the fish, we French the lamb rack, whatever it is they might have. Yeah. We get most of that done, we stop, we have lunch together, and we chit chat, we go back, finish all the prep, and then basically they go off and do their own thing around 4 o'clock. Usually how it works, 4 o'clock, and then everybody comes back and they sit down, they enjoy dinner, and myself and my partner Owen, sometimes my wife, Kathy, she'll come with us, and we serve them what they prepared that day. So it's an amazing time. And last year I think we got upwards around, you were there, $15,000,
Yeah.
like a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
So people have asked me, oh, can you do that for my auction? I'm like, no, it's exclusively for this event because it's created some hype. I love doing this. Will be year number 5, and
you know, it's a great time. I enjoy doing it. It gets me out of the day-to-day element of what I do, and it's a lot of fun.
All right, thanks a lot, Steve. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.